Sounds like a cliché. This story sounds like a cliché, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. Last month, I was having breakfast with my girlfriend Samantha. She seemed calm, happy, and confident. All of a sudden, she shouted, "Gosh, how stupid I am to get married to a loser." She stood up and furtively left. She paid the bill. She never did before. I didn't know Samantha was married. I was dating a married woman. How disgusting to date married women. It's not about having an affair or proving a hypothetical manhood or virility, which are false anyway. For the record, I am a newly divorced man. First divorce. Make no mistake, I have no intention whatsoever to get married again. I am on leave with respect to serious commitments. The waitress, Maritza, left the counter and headed to my table. She sat, gazed at me in a strange way for a few seconds. "Excuse me," she said. I was eavesdropping. "I didn't know Samantha was married," I said. "She is not. She was meaning you." "We are not married." "I know. So, I am the loser." "Yep, somehow." "And she paid the bill." "She never did." "I know. This means a perfect breakup." Well, I agree, this sounds like a boring story. Or maybe not, because, give me credit and wait until the end. Maritza ignored Jonathan's warning. Jonathan happened to be her boss. He insisted, and to his surprise, she asked him to leave her alone because she'd resign without further notice. And she even ordered a coffee and a muffin as a manner to tease him. Maritza turned to me and said, "There is no such things as friend with benefits." "What do you mean?" I asked. "You're Muslim, right?" "Yes." "And in principle, I mean in general, according to your faith, a man should have a healthy sexual life, right? Meaning he shouldn't sleep around, right? "I don't get it, your point." "Obviously, you're getting on my nerve," she shouted. "Work with me here. Samantha thought you'd open up to her." "What? Why?" "I don't know. She thought you'd be different." "Different from whom? Are you kidding me?" "To her, I was just a dude hanging around, some sort of substitution." "Indeed, I thought so. I was a number on Samantha's list, but not top in the list. Just a number and a name hardly mentioned in any serious conversation." Do you think that this story is boring? Wait still, don't jump to conclusions. Maritza told me that about a year ago, when Samantha disappeared for a while, she was at her mother's house in Nebraska. She had no choice, go there, even though she never liked her mom. Anyway, she went there because she was pregnant. She was pregnant. Maritza said that I was not suspected of having something to do with her pregnancy. Yet Samantha was hoping that I'd be some sort of cover father to help her save the face. I couldn't believe it. Why me? Would be the natural father anyway. Maritza explained that Samantha had no idea. Prior to that, and to what happened anyway, she had spent a couple of months in the Middle East working for an NGO, dealing with human rights, gender equality, girls' literacy, stuff like that. Things happened. A couple of days with some guys on the loose, and she was fired. Not only because of that, but because she had a big mouth. She was disappointed at the fact that she had been hired to fulfill a specific mission, but ended up doing something else. The promoters didn't meet her expectations. This was a big story scam, so to speak. Then Samantha met me, the perfect substitution. Samantha gave birth to a baby girl. She named her Balqis after the Yemeni singer. And guess what? Balqis looked like me. People around us told her that if Balqis resembled me, maybe Samantha and I had met before in another life. Go figure. So, as a Muslim with the compassionate record, Samantha thought that I would accept candidly to cover for her. Substitution again. I was not mistaken. Later, I came to understand why some contractors who happened to serve in the Middle East had randomly become nuts, lost their minds, and even ended up totally delusional. Before them, there had been servicemen who worked in Vietnam and South Korea. I now am able to appreciate and enjoy watching movies like The Deer Hunter, Taxi Driver, Apocalypse Now. Maritza looked at me tenderly as if she were flirting with me and said, "You know what? I don't think you are a loser." I smiled at her, she smiled back at me, and she whispered in my ear, "I may accept your invitation if you prove to be a real gentleman and ask me out for dinner." And she added, "This might seem weird to you as a devout believer, but be sure it will be my treat." To her astonishment, I started to recite a poem I learned years ago. Back to my sacred place, where I feel peace in my mind. I traveled a lot in a quest for wisdom. I missed my only true friends, who taught me that freedom could be lost at a glance. I stayed there for about an hour. Waves of dark jazz music overwhelmed me, and I surfed away with them. At the end, I convinced myself that I might be a loser, but I will never accept to be a substitution, even for good reason beyond my own will. I paid the bill. Maritza had a second thought and asked Jonathan to hire her back. He showed her the way to the kitchen. She smiled at me and said, "Definitely you are a loser. I pity Samantha for being in love with a flake like you. No hard feelings. See you around." I couldn't agree more. As I stood up to leave, Jonathan advised me to stay away from Samantha and Maritza. I told him to mind his own business. He insisted. I asked him, "How dare you?" "Behave yourself," he firmly responded. "I know everything about you." "How come?" I mocked him. He laughed and said, "I know, for example, that Lisa, your ex, is dating Moose, your cousin, the big guy, the troublemaker. She does on purpose because she knows Moose hates you for what you did to him." "None of my business," I shouted. "What people wind about me is wrong, and I don't care." You should, because I also know that Lisa left you because you didn't want to have kids. What kind of man are you? Married without willing to have children? Weird as weird could be." As I was about to leave, Jonathan asked me the permission to walk me to the end of the avenue. This was unexpected and weird, if I may use his own word. While we were slowly walking, he said, "You know that I like you. Since you first came down here, you showed no sign of stubbornness or ill behavior. But let me tell you that lately you have been behaving like a donkey. Excuse me to put it that way." I kept silent. He went on, "Do you have a good lawyer?" "Don't be astonished, I am asking. I think that Lisa, Moose, and a couple of lunatic ladies in the neighborhood are up to something. And forgive me to add that you have just added another member to the gang. Well, I mean Marisa, to be more specific." "What are you talking about? Are they plotting against me or something? Why?" "You got it. What was the last time you visited your home country?" 10 years ago. Why are you asking?" "Well, I think that you would do no good to yourself by staying here. Your citizenship here might be history if you don't move it. Trust me, the gang will take you down. Take a few months of vacation and go back to your country. Hopefully you make peace with your loved ones. And for your information, shortly you'll have hard time to find a job in the neighborhood. Sorry to make it harder for you to get it. The sooner you move it, the better." He wished me good luck and walked away. I left as fast as I could. No need to learn more. Definitely, Jonathan knew everything about my VIP status as a loser and right now as a potential wanted runaway man. I worked for a while just to find out that stray dog was following me. I stopped, she ran away. Thanks God I am not a substitution anymore. To have kids, what kind of man I would be? And I don't trust the system that turns up down people's choices to get all behave like robots and more. Read my lips. Sorry, you can't read my lips. Jonathan was so mistaken. Lisa left me because I couldn't afford to offer her a decent life free of false achievements in my brave new world. Losers have always proven to be the perfect runaway people. On a second thought, I am not a loser. I am not a loser. On a third thought, if I don't take Jonathan's advice, I lose everything. On a fourth thought, I really miss Casablanca. Not the movie, Casablanca, my home city. What was the last time I attended the Raja and the Wydad derby? I'm talking about soccer. I can't tell. I speeded up. Tomorrow would be another day, I told myself. A few days later, I made my mind and decided to take Jonathan's advice. I called my family to tell them I was coming to visit. They told me to stay where I was. They didn't want me back. I suspected that something went wrong. Later in the evening, my youngest sister Intisar called me to say that things had changed since last time I visited. She didn't go further. Nonetheless, I resolved to travel back no matter what. I had no other options. Maritza came over my place. She stayed a few minutes to warn me to take off. Samantha, Moose, and the other ladies made the decision to report on me for allegedly attempting to rape Moose's sister, Hafida. Such a big lie. I only met Hafida once on my way back home and gave her a ride. No time left for me to turn down such ungrounded accusation or dismiss it. Is this the end of the story? Not yet, not yet. Well, by the time you have listened to this record, I'll be heading to the airport. If I make it, I'll meet you all at Mohammed V Stadium to attend the Casablanca Raja and WAC Classico. If I don't, this means I couldn't make it and that the gang won their case. I'd be either playing the cover father of Balqis or resuming a relationship with Lisa. Two more options: one, a romantic dinner with Maritza. Two, the worst case scenario, I'd be in jail thinking like the Daltons on the best way to get the colors right. Got it now? Telling a story is never a cliché, and this story is almost a true one.